This video will show how to build a fender cover. We're going to build it from a boat blanket protection kit from Sailrite. This material is tough enough to be used as a fender cover, but also soft enough to protect your boat. The kit includes enough material to build several depending on the size of your fender. Let's get started and show you how. To cut the boat blanket material to size, measure the length minus the eyes. Then measure the circumference of your fender plus 1 to 2 inches. Now take the boat blanket material and cut a rectangle with those measurements you just took. You can use a soapstone pencil here to mark the fabric. If you don't have that, you can use a pencil. Mark on the back side. Then cut it with a simple pair of shears. We'll next be installing the hooked Velcro. We want to install it on the rough side, not the soft side. This hooked Velcro should be positioned down the length of one side of the boat blanket material along its edge, not the circumference. Cut this Velcro equal to the length of the boat blanket material you cut out. Then take it over to your sewing machine and sew a straight stitch down both edges, remembering to reverse the beginning and the end of your stitches. Make the stitch length as long as possible with your sewing machine. We're sewing it with the Sailrite 111 sewing machine here. There, we did some reversing. We'll now create darts or pleats along the top and the bottom edge. Each dart will shorten the edge by about 2 inches. The edge should be shortened in total about 2/3 of its length. Here's an example for you to follow. Divide the length of the edge by the number of darts plus 1. The example, here we have 5 darts. You would divide the length by 6. If your top and bottom edges were 29 inches, you divide that by 6, equaling 4.8. Each dart should be spaced approximately 4 to 5 inches apart. Then mark it on the fabric with a soapstone pencil or just a regular pencil. When finished, the edge will be about 2/3 of its normal length. We're marking on the inside of this fender cover. This is not the soft side. Now mark at each one of those positions 2 inches with the mark that you made for the dart in the center. Then measure from the dart mark in the center down 3 inches. We'll create pleats here. So we're making little triangles. There's the center line. And now we'll just match up the end of that center line with the mark at the top, 1 inch away from that center pleat line. And obviously on this side as well. We'll do that at each of the darts. We'll obviously have to do this on the other end as well, but we'll start here. Now we'll just fold the material together down the center line and sew, reversing at the beginning and the end of our stitch. Fold it together like this. Take it to the sewing machine and sew a straight stitch with the longest stitch possible, reversing here at the beginning and reversing here at the end. That's all there is to it. Do that on every one of those pleats. Let's show this just a couple more times and then we'll be moving on. Alright, and here's what it looks like when you're done with the end. Now we'll take shears and cut off the excess material, approximately 1/4 inch from the stitch. Do that on every one of those. Now let's do it to the other end. We've already marked it. Now we'll sew it, and we'll show you what it looks like complete. This is your fender cover, made with the boat blanket material. This material is a solution dyed polyester, so it's resistant to UV, chemicals, and mildew, and it will remain soft and very abrasion resistant. It definitely protects your boat rather than just the fender against your boat. An option that's not included in the boat blanket protection kit is to add 1 inch acrylic binding to each of the edges to dress up your fender cover. We're using the 1 inch swing away binder here, but you can also do it by hand as well if you don't have the binder attachment. By utilizing a binder attachment, it makes it easy to install binding to almost any edge of any fabric application. Now we'll cut it to size and do it obviously to the opposite end, and you're done. Let's show you what it looks like on this fender. If your fenders are 34 by 36 inch length, you can build 4 out of a kit. If they're 34 by 24, you can build 6, and if they're 16 by 18, you may be able to build 16 covers. This boat blanket material also makes great anti-scorching sun strips. Protect your vinyl windows with boat blanket material. I'm Eric Grant with Say It Right. Thanks for watching this video.